Today went through several sessions. I sat on a panel this morning where we were talking about what it takes to become an entrepreneur and the challenges that entrepreneurs go through. And part of the reason I was on the panel was because I also teach here actually at the Side Business School. I'm one of the mentors here. Then we had a masterclass this afternoon where I was teaching people about the things they don't teach you at business schools like this typically, and that's all about how to manage your state and maintain your focus and your attention on the individuals that you're speaking to. But more than that, it's about basically getting rid of the nerves and the nervous energy that we all have when we step up to do public speaking. And then finally I was doing my pitch for Droplet Computing. Just like everybody else, I get nervous, so using those techniques I was teaching earlier in the day. Well, here's the interesting thing, so the old guys, the guys who've got grey hairs, we got to what they call experience. But I think, one of the interesting things is that a lot of people have 1 year of experience they repeat over and over again. There's a need for constant innovation, constant learning. Millennials have really got that down and pat. And what really excites me about the millennial generation is the fact that they do come up with some cracking ideas. They are growing up in this internet-connected environment where they understand all about how these technologies work and are able to apply ideas which previously would never see the light of day at internet scale. So millennials, really what they need then is the business acumen, the capability to execute their ideas, take it from that foundation, that little seed, and actually create something that grows dynamically and rapidly. That's where the guys with the grey hairs still step in. But I think the key thing here is if you're a millennial looking for a mentor, make sure you choose wisely, because what you need is someone who is constantly evolving, constantly learning, and is up to date and up to speed with what you're trying to achieve. So what that involves is that we take academics and faculty staff who are part of the Oxford University universe, as it were. They come to the Entrepreneurship Center here. Typically they walk in with a highly academic slideshow which lasts about 50 minutes before they actually get to the punch, and by that time we've kind of all switched off. So what the program's all about is called View, and what it's all about is basically taking those ideas and distilling them down into a pitch deck which you can then use to get stakeholders on board, whether it's investors, your CTO, your staff, or your first customers. So really distilling the ideas down and getting some energy into your pitch. Well, the difficulty is that the environment for startups tends to gravitate to a number of major cities. I mean, clearly in tech, it tends to be San Francisco and the Bay Area. London is obviously now quite a bit large entrepreneurial hub. The question mark is, as we kind of move through Brexit, whether or not the walls that we're putting up to stop people getting in actually trap us in our own market. I don't know. But Frankfurt and Portugal, places like this are really sort of rising up in terms of providing a hub for entrepreneurship. Now, when you come to the Middle East, and in particular women, there are also cultural issues which are there to be overcome. The women in the Middle East tend to be kind of pushed down, if you like, by society and not viewed as seriously as guys. One of the things we did on stage today was talk about how they can use body language and to actually raise their own profile in terms of reducing cortisol, which is the fight or flight hormone, and increased testosterone, which is the dominance hormone, and ways in which to deal with the issues and questions that are raised, which are off topic. Basically, why would a woman be able to run this business? Basically being able to switch the dialogue and take it to, well, I agree with you, why would a woman be able to do that? However, isn't the real question, and we basically take them to a point where they take control of the dialogue with the investor or with the stakeholder they're talking to. So women have got a fantastic, and one of my great mentors, a lady called Amy Cuddy, women have got so much to offer in terms of being able to analyse how human behaviour works and being able to basically convey that. That's where I've been learning from. Women have got a great part to play in this future of millennials. So first thing is, have your outcome in mind. Muhammad Ali is a classic example of this. Before Muhammad Ali went into the ring, he'd visualise his outcome. So spend just a few moments, visualize your outcome. What do you want from this meeting? See yourself being asked the questions, run yourself through it. So, mentally you're prepared for the onslaught that's to come. The second thing is get yourself in state, get some energy into yourself. And that means leaping around, basically using your body language and power and basically saying to yourself, I can do this. Sounds crazy and woo-woo, but hey, listen, if you've got energy and passion when you go into the room, it explodes onto the scene and people really feel it. So that's crucial. And the third thing is be mindful of your audience. Understand what it is that they want from you. So don't just talk about what you want, you've got to understand what they want. And make sure that you basically tailor your pitch. Every single pitch is going to be different. Tailor your pitch to that individual audience. Top 3 tips. Good luck to it. I take my hat off to all entrepreneurs out there that are watching this. I wish you every success. Good luck.